I'm gonna do Jackets fan reacts. I'm gonna start doing them. It's like 6 games into the season. I've thought about doing this before. It's Thursday. We have a game against Anaheim in like 4 hours. It's 12 p.m. Pacific time. So why am I starting right now? I don't understand why we lost the last game against Anaheim. There are a lot of things that you can point to in that game. But overall, it feels to me like we played well enough to have beaten Anaheim in that game, but we didn't. You talk about Elvis, who maybe could have made some of the saves that he didn't make, especially on the tying goal late in the third period, where the puck went off his glove and came out, and he had bad rebound control, and um, they put it in. That was Leeson, I think. But Elvis played okay, and I was watching the Anaheim broadcast, and the Anaheim broadcaster was pointing out about how Elvis' positioning is bad, and he's squaring his shoulders, and that's right. And you saw Elvis kind of get back to some bad habits, wandering in the first couple games of the season, like first 2 games of the season. Elvis looked great. Elvis was much more stationary. He was paying attention to his positioning. He was not wandering around trying to collect pucks like he does so often. He was doing some detail work, and he's kind of gone away from doing that. But that being said, Elvis was okay. Our goaltender gave up 2 goals in 60 minutes. That's okay. And I don't think that we had like a terrible defensive effort either. I think we were okay, and I think we played with way more energy than I've seen it sometimes. I thought throughout most of the game, there were periods here and there where the game was a bit slow, but there was a lot of energy. But we were 1 for 7 on the power play. Do we deserve to be 1 for 7 on the power play? You can argue no. There was enough energy and not enough puck luck. But it's the same old Jackets power play. They can't figure out how to do zone entries. They can't hold the puck in the offensive zone very well. You can't go 1 for 7 on the power play. You can't do that. And the they managed to get the game to overtime. We get a loser point out of the game. I'm not that worried about what happened in overtime. Overtime is overtime. It's not the same thing as 5-on-5 hockey. But Anaheim is a team the Jackets should beat. I think the Jackets should be a playoff team. I think the Jackets are a playoff team. And the weaker teams that come up in your schedule, you're not going to be every team all the time that you come across. Sometimes you're just not going to have it. That's the nature of the way hockey is. It's such an emotional game compared to even other sports. Um, there's more of a balance of when you can physically turn it on to the highest gear and when you have to go a little bit, pace yourself a little bit, even more so than in other sports. And you can't expect to have that kind of energy all the time. You'll knock off some teams on the times that they don't have the energy to play a full 60 minutes. Sometimes you will get knocked off by a lesser team, which I think the Anaheim Ducks are. But that doesn't feel like that's what happened. It feels like we had pretty good energy to me. I thought the game was fast paced. maybe some decision making, maybe not enough shots on goal. You can give credit to Anaheim for playing some solid defense, but I can't figure it out. I can't figure out why we didn't win this game. This game we should have won. We played well enough to win it. We went 1 for 7 on the power play, which is unacceptable. Elvis should be better, but Elvis was good enough to keep us in the game and give us a chance to win the game. So the reason I'm starting to do this fan react series right now, and we'll see how consistent it is over time, is because I don't have answers for that game that happened 2 days ago now. The best answer that I have is that Anaheim had better puck luck, and they played above their skill level. They're not a terrible team, but I think the Jackets are a better team, and they should be a better team. So I don't really know. Can't go 1 for 7 on the power play. If you do know why the Jackets lost that game, tell me, because I'm at a loss.